if you see what is translation, you can say the translation is applied to an object and you want to move it from one location to another location. So if you want to move from one coordinate position to the other, you use what is known as translation. Okay. So now because we are seeing only two-dimensional transformation, we are going to see only the x and y coordinates. So in two-dimensional translation, what we are doing here is we are moving this object from here to here. So for that, what we have to do, we are only going to add the translation distances, that is tx and ty. So if x and y are the old coordinates, we are going to add the translation vectors, that is tx and ty, to get the coordinates. So the new coordinates x dash y dash is equal to old coordinates x plus tx and ty. So that is simple procedure to get the new coordinates for translation. Okay. Next, what is rotation? For rotation, if you want to move an object, okay, object in the sense if you want to move a point from xy to x dash y dash across an angle theta, then there is a rotation matrix that you use for that. So x dash is equal to r cos theta plus phi, and y dash is equal to r sin theta plus, that is equal to r cos theta cos phi minus, if you expand this equation, you will get r cos theta cos phi minus r sin theta sin phi, and y dash is equal to r sin theta cos phi plus r cos theta sin phi. So what is x dash, y dash? They are the new coordinates. Okay, and theta is the angle through which you are going to move the object, and phi is the original angle of the old coordinates xy. So the original coordinate of the point coordinate, so x and y is equal to r cos phi and y is equal to r sin. Now if you substitute r cos phi and r sin phi in this equation, you will get the new coordinates x dash y dash as x dash is equal to x cos theta minus y sin theta, and y dash is equal to x sin theta plus y cos theta. Okay, so for rotation, when you want to move a point through an angle theta about the origin, okay, that is important, about the origin, or point if you are going to move it about the origin, that is from, if you want to move it, let me show you the picture again. Okay, if you want to move this point through the angle theta from x comma y to x dash y dash, okay, then we have to follow certain equations for that to get the new coordinates. For that only we saw the equations just now. So theta is nothing but the angle through which we are moving the point, and phi is nothing but the old angle. இப்போ முன்னாடி xy எங்க இருந்தது, அதோட angle என்னவா இருந்தது, அது phi. Okay, இப்போ புதுசா மூவ் பண்ற angle தான் theta. You know what is theta, you know what is phi, you know what is x comma y. We need to find x dash and y dash. So with the help of this equation, we can find x dash and y dash. Okay, when any point is rotated out an angle theta, we use this equation to get coordinates. If you want to write the same equation in the form of a matrix, it will be written as x dash y dash is equal to cos theta minus sin theta cos y should be the written here. Okay, that is. Now if you want to see what is scaling, scaling is nothing but increasing or decreasing the size of an object. Okay, so if you want to change the size, we have to use scaling transformation. Okay, so the new coordinate x will be x into sx, and the new coordinate y dash will be equal to y into sy. Here sx and sy are scaling factors. Okay, so you write it in the form of a matrix. X dash y dash will be equal to sx 0 0 sy, and x, it will be multiplied with this matrix xy with the old coordinates. Okay, so you have to remember these equations. For translation, what matrix used, for rotation, what matrix we used, and for scaling, what matrix we are going to use. All those matrices you have to remember. Okay, you have to memorize it. So this is just an example. Suppose I want to scale this square and make it a rectangle. Then what to do? I have to add a scaling factor as Sx is equal to 2 and Sy will be equal to 1. So that only the S factor will increase. So this rectangle will, the square will become a rectangle. Now there are two types of scaling. One is uniform scaling and non-uniform scaling. In uniform scaling, what will happen is Sx and Sy will be equal. That is, the scaling factors will be equal. In non-uniform scaling, the scaling factors will not be equal. Okay, that is Sx will not be equal to Sy. Next, we homogeneous coordinate. Okay, so homogeneous coordinate is sometimes in graphic transformation might need a sequence of transformation. Okay, it is not like we'll perform only translation. It's not like we'll perform only rotation or we'll perform only scaling. We might need to do two translations or one translation and one rotation or rotation and geometric transformation. So when we are doing a sequence of geometric transformations, if they are all represented by the same column and row vector matrix, if we have a 3 by 3 matrix or a 2 by 2 matrix, if they are represented by the same matrix, then it can be done in a sequence. Okay, so in order to bring it into the same type of matrix, we introduce Snow's coordinate. Okay, so in order to be able to perform the sequence of geometric transformations, we introduce what is known as a homogeneous coordinate. So here the homogeneous coordinate is referred to as H. It is also called as a dummy coordinate. Okay, so in a two-dimensional coordinate system, we introduce a third coordinate in order to bring all the matrices to a 3 by 3 matrix form. Now we are how it affects the translation matrix, how it affects the scaling matrix, and how it affects rotational matrix. So for translation matrix, what we saw earlier was without the homogeneous coordinate. Now we are going to see the translation matrix with the homogeneous coordinate. So with the homogeneous coordinate, the translation matrix will change like this. Okay, earlier x dash y dash, and here you had only x and y plus x and y. Okay, so now what you will have is x dash y dash is equal to, what is it, the diagonal will all be 1, 1, 1, 1, and tx and ty, that is the translation factor, consistencies will be tx and ty will be here. Okay, and then you have x, y, that is the old coordinates, and 1, which is the main coordinate. Okay, so this is the translation matrix including the dummy coordinate. Now for scaling, how it changes is x dash y dash 1 is equal to sx, sy, and 1 will be here at this diagonal. Okay, so this is the change for scaling. Now for rotation, how it changes is same matrix, only thing you are adding 1 in the end. Okay, that is the rotation matrix. So these are minor changes when you include a dummy coordinate. Now if you want to see why we need a dummy coordinate, when you are performing composite transformations. Okay, suppose you want to perform two translations together. If two successive translations are done together, for example, you want to move an object from one point A to B and then from point B to C. So you have two translation distances, that is tx1, ty1, and ty2. These are the two translation vectors that are applied to a coordinate P to move it to a location P dash. So how is it calculated? We will see. Now if you want to see how it is calculated, what you have to do is, this is the translation matrix for tx2, ty2, and this is the translation matrix for tx1, ty1. When for multiplication, what happens is the translation vectors are added.